a sophomore. And I went to Eastern, EIU 19, represent. But anyway, so let's start.
Favorite subject, the most interesting. Roommates. Okay, so I had a roommate. Well, let's start from the beginning. I was supposed to be roommates with this girl, and about a week before class was supposed to start, she quit on me. So I didn't have a roommate, you know. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. But then I ended up getting a roommate. Okay, cool. So the girl that I was a roommate with, we was cool, you know. She was a nice person. Still to this day, I think that we could be friends outside of, you know, living with each other every day. But other than that, we didn't need to be with each other in the same room. The same 4x whatever cell, basically, that we lived in. I really didn't care for her to be around me because I'm a loner. Right there. That's me. I don't really care to be around people. I like being around my space. But like I say, she's a good person. I don't want to down her or anything. I like her as a person, but we just didn't need to be together. So my advice for roommates is, unless you really know you don't need to be around somebody, just don't do it. You can save yourself a lot of trouble. You know, people come in your room, you don't have a roommate, it's the hangout spot, I guess. It's nice to be able to come in your room by yourself. You can play the music as loud as you want. You can have the light on if you want. Ooh, knee slapper. You can walk around naked. You can do whatever you want because you're in a room by yourself. And that's just how I feel about it. I loved didn't have a roommate. It was nice. So she left in November of first semester, and I had the whole second semester by myself. Didn't pay for it or nothing, for free, and it was lovely. Except the fact that I had to put the room back. Yeah, but other than that, that was the only kind of having a room, not having a roommate. Oh, shout out to my neighbors, Sydney and Amber. Best neighbors ever. I loved them to death. They didn't care about my music. We always had fun. I love y'all, Sydney and Amber. Okay, next, food. Okay, so orientation the summer before, so 2015 summer, I came to Eastern, like, ooh, this food good, you know, all this other good stuff. 4 weeks in, so a month in, the food was irritating. We had the same food every day, like chicken tenders at Taylor, Chinese food or whatever you want to call it at Thomas, Steve-O, always some deli sandwiches. It was just beginning irritating, and it was starting to get nasty, actually. So I recommend, well, of course, when your parents come, everybody stock up. But after a while, that food go. And if you ain't got a job, which I will get to, then you're gonna, you know, get nasty. Not get nasty. You're gonna get hungry, and the food's gonna be irritating. So I recommend, you know, try new, different stuff. If you're going to Eastern, there's a lot of fast food restaurants around. But, you know, if you ain't got a job, you ain't got no money to pay for that stuff. So the food, it can be nasty, especially if you're getting it same. Oh, my hair looks big. Especially if you're eating it the same thing every day. Okay, next, classes. Classes are very, I don't know, let me speak for Eastern. The classes at Eastern was kind of small. I would say like 15 to 20 people. The teachers, they kind of know your name. They definitely know your face. And they weren't lying about the small class size. So that was kind of convenient. You was able to get a one-on-one with your teacher if you needed to do so. They will get hard. I'm not going to lie. They get hard, and you'll have no homework, no papers or nothing for 3 weeks. And then all of a sudden, bam, every teacher assigns something. You just got stuff due in the next week. Something due on Monday, 2 things due on Tuesday, 4 things due on Thursday. And it's just overwhelming at the time. But that's where prioritizing comes in. When people say do it when you first get it, oh, this is number 4. When people say do your work as soon as you get out of class, I recommend doing it. I didn't do that because nobody got time for that. No, I'm just playing. But as soon as you get out of class, the stuff is fresh in your mind. So why not do the work that you're just getting? That way you can get it over with. Fridays will be open, Saturdays open. You can just have fun the whole weekend. So just do the work. I wouldn't say as soon as you get it, but do it when it's fresh in your mind. So you leave out of class and you got like 2 hours before another class, or you're done for the day. Just do the work, and then you can just get it over with instead of procrastinating and waiting until later. That's another thing. Procrastination is a Yeah, that mother effer. Like, procrastination will be your worst enemy. Talk about having a bad roommate. Procrastination is worse than that. Like, it would lead you to do something that's due 2 weeks from now, and you will do it the night before. Never recommend that, of course. I did it once. I got a B, but I wouldn't do it again because it starts to Sorry. Next, jobs. Okay, once again for Easter. There's a lot of work study jobs, so I guess that's for the people with lower income, so they get the first priority with jobs, which is called work study, like I just said. Other than that, like I said, your parents gonna get tired of sending you money every month. So if you wanna, get your own money where you can spend it at your will, have it at your will, get a job on campus or get a job off campus. Like I know at Walmart in Charleston, they're always hiring, and I've seen plenty of students that working. I might be working there. Most of the time, the jobs around the school, they know you're in school. So if they want to see your work schedule, they can work around, and it's beneficial for you. Next, dorms. So, I don't really have much to say about dorms, but because you really don't know unless, been there. So, like a freshman coming in, you can ask people that go there, like, oh, how you feel? But different people feel different way about different things. Because the dorm I lived at, Taylor, people were telling me the summer before I came in that, oh, Taylor's ghetto, or Taylor's all this, Taylor's blah, blah, blah. Which it sort of kind of was, but it didn't personally affect me. And I'm living there next semester, so I really don't care. But you gotta, you gotta see for yourself. Some of the stuff they said was right. Some of the stuff they probably was over-exaggerated. But the real point is, do not bring too much stuff. I brought way too much stuff. Like, literally too much stuff, like the room was my own. When I had a roommate, and she's like, okay, where all this stuff gonna fit? And I'm like, my mama, she brought all this stuff. So don't bring too much stuff. Relationships. Okay, guys are stupid. In college, I'm not gonna speak for all guys, but majority of guys, they're not looking for a relationship, and so they just wanna, play the game, move along to the next season. You get what I'm trying to say? I mean, there's a few good guys at Eastern, the one I went to, but I was more of the, the friend. I wasn't trying to get into all that. Now, there was a few people that I was cool with as far as guys, I guess, but not on that. My computer just stopped. Okay. But there was a few guys that I was cool with, but I had a couple friends, they had relationships, and it was cool, but you just got to know the guy that's going to be willing to be in a relationship, the one that's going to actually want to be in a relationship. Otherwise, you just get your heart broke. No, I'm just playing. Okay, next. Freshman 15. That stuff is real. Now, if you have a high metabolism, you can get away with it. But if you don't have a high metabolism, especially if you already, a part of the big girl club, that stuff is real. Go to the gym. Stay in the gym. Don't stay in the gym, but at least make it go twice a week. I know some people that didn't go at all, but they probably didn't need to because they had high metabolism or they was already skinny. But freshman 15 is definitely real. Just know, don't go too crazy. Especially around final time, people go crazy with the food, snacks, and yeah. Oh, prioritize. We're just going to leave that. Prioritize your time, your money, your schoolwork. Everything is about prioritizing. If you don't learn nothing in college, you learn how to prioritize. If anything, you learn how to prioritize. Or you at least have no choice but to meet new people. But deeper into what I'm saying is, don't hesitate to go to parties. Don't hesitate to be involved in something. If a friend invites you to go somewhere, go. You might meet your future husband. Who knows? Just go out. Don't be stuck in your room, not doing anything. People will recognize, and they'll stop inviting you places. Next, parties. I don't know how I really feel about this, because parties at Eastern always got shut down. Or there was already too many people. $2 went to waste. But I do recommend going because they are fun. Especially if you go with your friends. Like, I went with Naya. That's my girl. Shout out to Naya. That's my party girl right there. If she not going to a party with me, I'm not going. Like, it's just, you gotta know who you going with. Make sure you people you comfortable with, especially if you want to drink. Don't go drinking with no people you don't know. They gonna leave your ass in the bush somewhere. Didn't mean to say that because my mama might be watching. Didn't say the A word, mama. Anyway, But anyways, but to the parties part. If you go to a party, make sure you with somebody comfortable that you trust. Vanilla iced coffee. That stuff is amazing. Starbucks, get those little glass jars. Coffee is amazing. Friendships will get tested while you're in college, because especially if it's somebody from back home, they're gonna want you to have the same communication that y'all had when y'all was in the same city, if not more, because they don't want to lose you, I guess, because you go to college, you meet new people, like I stated, and you can find new friends, but you just gotta prioritize. Like, you know, don't leave your friends hanging, because who you gonna be with when you go back home? Especially if this girl you may live in Wisconsin, you from Illinois, you can't kick your friend that's in Chicago to the curb, because, you know, they in Wisconsin, not Chicago. But anyways, friendships will get tested, especially if you go to... Now, the whole thing about being a roommate with your friend, I don't know, because I wasn't a roommate with my friend. I say, hey, go for it. If y'all friendship strong enough, then y'all get over it. Or, you know, move past it. Homework counts. That little 2.2%, that counts. At the end of the year, it's going to count up. It's going to be your little bonuses. Your professor's going to be looking to see if you're doing your homework. So if you want to get your grade curved and he see you ain't been doing your homework, your grade ain't getting curved. Just saying. Clothes. Okay, sorry. Excuse me. I'm a little stuffy. I got, you know, a sinus problem right now. But excuse my voice. Clothes. I stated this. Don't bring all your clothes, but definitely have comfortable clothes, leggings, jogging pants. Jogging pants and leggings are everybody's best friends. You're going to see people walking around jogging. Now, this whole pajamas to class stuff, I don't know about all that. I've never did it personally, but, I mean, it didn't affect me when I saw somebody else wearing it. But that's up to you. If you want to wear your Hello Kitty pajamas to class, then you do you. Nobody cares, to be honest, but it's just how you feel about it personally. Oh, keychain. Okay, next is the keychain with your ID chain, whatever. Okay, so this was my thing, my lanyard, whatever, that they gave me. It says Taylor Hall, EIU Taylor Hall, that's where I was at. So they gave me this thing. Of course, they gave me the keys. This is my ID. And this is a, I don't know what it's called. But basically, my point is, if you get one of these, you put your card in it. You can fling this thing, whatever. It'll never come off. You put your keys on here, of course. Well, when they give them to me. This is my storage keys. Oh, talk about storage. Anyways, okay, so like I was saying, you put your keys on here, you have your ID and everything on one chain. The only bad thing about this, if you lose this, you lose everything. Okay, that's on you. But I never lost mine, clearly. These things cost $5 at the bookstore. And this one's free, the keys, blah, blah, blah. So if you lose your ID for Easter, it costs $20, I believe so. And if you lose your keys, I think that's $50 or $100. Luckily, I never lost mine. But in college, they have a thing where you get 2 free lockouts. So, meaning if you get locked out, especially if you didn't have a roommate, that was one of my problems. I didn't have a roommate second semester, and I got locked out. But I only used 2, so I was cool. But after your third lockout, you have to pay, I think, $100. I don't know, because, of course, you have to buy something. I don't know really how that goes. But anyway, so this is really beneficial. Like I said, it doesn't come out, and it's in there. You can hand it to the person, and they can swipe it. They don't even have to take your card out unless you need to. You just take it out and put it right back in. Okay, next is the storage. So if you plan on coming back to the school that you're at, you should find a local storage so you can keep your stuff there, like your refrigerator, your microwave. If you close, you need to take back, of course, take your clothes, but it's beneficial so you don't have to haul everything back and forth every semester. And I don't want to say it saves you a lot of money, but storage, hopefully, knowing that you're a college student, they'll be more lenient with the price, and then you might get some deal. Well, that's the end of my video. If you have any questions, you know, leave them in the comments below. And subscribe. And yeah, see you all later.